if we talk about our fights, I have good fights now, and I know he's gonna fight soon, and we'll see what's gonna be happening. He want to fight in White House, and I also want to be there.
Yeah, that would. Is that the biggest fight for you, do you think? And again, I know I almost don't like asking these questions because I know you got a big fight in front of you, but is that the biggest fight that they could
I
make
think,
for you?
yeah, for the, it's gonna be big, for MMA community, it's gonna be big fights, and people want this fight, and if UFC want this fight, and we can do this.
Do you think the UFC wants this fight? Because I get the sense that they kind of don't. What
I don't know. I know UFC want to do some big fight in White House. Which fight is gonna be bigger than this?
Yeah. He's talking about you win. He wants to go up to 170. I imagine that's probably where you would want the fight, because you don't want to go back to 155, right? You don't want to have to be sitting there and cutting weight again, right? So you're on board with this idea of 170?
Yeah, if you come, it's gonna be better for me, If I have to cut 155, man, it's gonna be hard, and then I might have to pay for this.
Alexander Volkov edged out Jailton Almeida in a split decision victory this past weekend. The fight stirred plenty of controversy, as Almeida secured several takedowns, but struggled to inflict any real damage once on the ground. Fans and analysts alike criticized his approach, calling it a case of lay and pray. Even Dana White weighed in afterward, saying he was pleased the judges sided with Volkov. "You can't win a fight just by holding someone down," he commented, adding that the result was the right call. In his post-fight interview, Volkov admitted he still wants to tighten up his takedown defense, acknowledging that Almeida's wrestling made the bout tougher than expected.
On practice, my takedown defense was much better. I'm a little bit upset I can't show it in the fight. But yeah, I try to be honest.
It's a fight.
Yeah,
that's
but
how
it's
it goes.
a fight. Sounds, I just shoot to next time. I have a soul. Just come to a moment and just pull a guard. Just don't give a takedown. Just go on my back and pull the guard.
Just give it to it.
Yeah, just give it, because it was every time again. Really, I was so surprised, but it was this and maybe in some alternative universe I have a good takedown defense, but not in this. So
Henry Cejudo recently reacted to Tom Aspinall's eye poke incident at UFC 321. Drawing a comparison to his own experience inside the Octagon, Cejudo reminded fans of his recent bout with Song Yadong, where he too suffered an eye poke that left him unable to see clearly. In that fight, officials stopped the contest and awarded Song a technical decision victory. Reflecting on the weekend's event, Cejudo didn't hold back, calling UFC 321 one of the most disappointing cards in the promotion's history.
Champ, instant reaction to the eye poke that just happened between Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gane.
I mean, you see the comparison what happened to it's what it is, but it don't take much. It doesn't take much, but I know the UFC won't be happy on this. It is what it is. They got to rebook him now. More money, more publicity. This is probably the worst card, man, that the UFC has ever probably put together. Honestly, straight up, this is the worst card of UFC history. From the co-main to the main event, it just couldn't get any worse. Horrible decisions, judging, the whole nine. This is wake me up when this card ends. Bro, maybe there's still a damage there. Maybe your eye could be closed. But for me, bro, even a few days ago, my eye will still turn red, from the pollution, because there's still scar tissue there. Literally a couple days ago, still, man. So it takes about a year for your eye to come back to normal again. You see my eye? You see that little dot that's in there? It's very small. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? I'm damaged, bro. That's crazy. And it's super hard to damage an eye, but when you damage it, it's sensitive.
Paddy Pimblett didn't hold back when sharing his thoughts on UFC 321. In a reaction video posted to his YouTube channel, the Liverpudlian star called the event one of the worst pay-per-view cards in UFC history, saying the fights didn't live up to the hype and left fans disappointed.
Well, that was an eye poke, wasn't it? That was both eyes as well. That wasn't just his finger in one eye. His fingers went in both eyes. Not even like he just poked them in one, lad. He's just pushed both his fingers into his eyes. I can't see, as he just said. Lad, if this does end like this will be one of the worst pay-per-views in UFC's history. One of the biggest disappointments ever when it comes to a card. Yeah, lad, that's nasty the way both them fingers go in there. Like, lad, this fight can't end like this, lad. He hasn't fought in 15 months, lad, and then, lad, the way Tom's reacting here, it seems like he can't see, lad, so they're going to pull the fight. It's done. Heavy that. Anticlimactic as it gets though, John Alex, you are not wrong. I think they've got to run that back, lad. They can't not do that fight again. It was shaping up to be a good fight, the best test Tom's had so far in the UFC. Good for Tom, lad, yeah. Feel bad for Cyril Gane too, even though it was his fault. It was unintentional, he didn't mean to do it. But still, it's his fault that the fight's not continuing. You need to do something with the gloves, lad, so you can't do that with your fingers.
Daniel Cormier shared that he ran into Tom Aspinall backstage following UFC 321. According to DC, Tom still had bandages covering his eye, and what stood out most was that his right eye showed visible scratches, even though it was the left eye that took the more serious poke during the fight. Cormier admitted he was surprised by the extent of the damage and noted that the injury looked worse than many fans initially realized.
I saw Tom Aspinall. His right eye is covered in a bandage because he cannot open it still. We're 20 minutes past the fight ending. And what's crazy about that is his other eye was the one where his hand went knuckle deep. The right side was scraped down more. The left side was the one that went knuckle deep and really would have been hard to deal with if not for the pain he was seeing on the other side. Tom was very upset that people were booing. And then people saw the replay and were like, wait a minute, maybe we should be booing the other guy. Then they booed Cyril Gane.
Michael Bisping has voiced his opinion, saying that the Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane matchup should be rebooked immediately. Bisping believes fans deserve a proper conclusion to the fight after the controversial ending at UFC 321.
Could do the fight next week as long as Tom's eye's going to be fine. But by doing it sooner rather than later.
Do you think this year? I mean,
100%. MSG, December, or even the first fight night.
Even though we've got those locked in main events and co-main events locked in for both New York and the December card in Vegas, you would say let's just add a third title fight on there and get.
I'd do that. I'd do Vegas in December. I'd put it on the top of the bill. Knock Merab down one.
Final pay-per-view.
Down one.
Final, not of the year.
Yeah,
with the final pay-per-view, stick 3 title fights on there. What a way to go.
Ray Longo didn't hold back when discussing the Tom Aspinall eye poke controversy from UFC 321. Longo called it absurd that fans are placing blame on Tom, insisting that the situation was completely out of the fighter's control. He also criticized how the UFC handled the aftermath, saying the promotion could have managed the incident far better.
Their genius way of dealing with it. Whatever you do, don't say you can't see. We're not going to ask you. I mean, how crazy is that? Hey, Doc, whatever you do, when you go in there and look at him, don't ask him if he can see. Because obviously the mother can't see, and then the fight will be over. Well, that's actually brilliant. That's brilliant. You want the guy to fight? Let him get treated. I don't know. There's got to be something better than that. You're blaming Aspinall.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, why would you not want to poke a guy in the eyes in the front? Why? What's the incentive not to? You're going to get a warning, and you're going to compromise the.
Jon Jones couldn't resist throwing a few more playful shots at Tom Aspinall after UFC 321. Right after the controversial fight, Jones changed his social media profile picture to a duck wearing an eye patch, a not-so-subtle reference to Aspinall's injury. More recently, he shared a post comparing his finish time against Cyril Gane to Aspinall's fight duration, with the caption, "Never forget who the GOAT is." Meanwhile, Aspinall released behind-the-scenes footage from the aftermath of UFC 321, revealing that he was poked in both eyes, with his right eye suffering the most damage. According to the ophthalmologist who examined him, stopping the fight was absolutely the right call, though fortunately, Tom avoided any long-term injury.
Here, I need to see him again on Monday. Yeah. If he doesn't stay here, then he must see somebody after 2 days. Okay? Yeah, we can go and see him.
You're glad he stopped the fight as well? Huh? It's good that he stopped the fight.
Yeah. Of course. You should stop the fight until you are good again and until you're cleared from ophthalmology department from our side after not this visit, after the second visit, after make sure everything coming back to normal, the vision, I think everything. Okay.
Okay.
But we didn't find anything dangerous.
Okay. Good.
But we were just saying it. Yeah, it just puts everything into perspective. Like when we're going here, I can't see all. Dangerous sport, man.
You were saying it's scarier than what you did to your leg.
It's way scarier than what I did to my knee, because you know that the knee's just going to be alright, whereas your eye, still don't know how it's going to be.
Tom Aspinall also addressed the fans who booed him inside the arena after the fight was ruled a no contest. He admitted that the reaction stung, saying it felt like the crowd was blaming him for how things ended, even though the situation was completely out of his control.
Yeah, it's horrendous for me to look at now.
How is he not disqualified off that?
It's outrageous. And then people start booing me like it's my fault. Get double poverty behind me. I was training for 14 months. Trust me, didn't want someone's finger knuckle deep in my ass. It's the last thing I wanted.
Buckley says he accepted a short notice offer to face Alex Pereira back in 2022, but claims Pereira declined the opportunity. Buckley even posted footage of his former manager calling to relay the offer and insisted he was ready to finish the fight, saying he planned to knock Pereira out.
It was gonna be Razak.
Oh, that's right.
Razak Al-Hassan. So Razak gone ahead and said he had a little shoulder injury. So Brian at the time, who was my manager, called me back. When he sounded all like distressed, he was like,
So he hasn't found anybody. He's thrown a name out. I've got to present it to you, and you got to talk to your coaches, and you guys can make the call. But that is my opinion.
Yeah, let me call coach. You know what I'm saying? But in my head, it's a yes, so let me call him. When he sounded all like distressed, he was like, Buckley, I really don't like this fight for us. Like, it doesn't make any sense. You know, he's a good fighter, but not with a really big name. And before he even got the name out, I already had it in my heart. I said, is it Alex Pereira? He said, how you know that? Right? I was like, man, I just had a feeling. But that's what they want me to fight? He said, yes. I said, look, I'm a dog. So regardless of what we do, I was like, man, I got to eat, right? He said, let's run it. So I called Brian back. I said, man, it's a go. He gonna talk about, man, I got some good news and I got some bad news. I'm like, what's this dude on, right? He said, the good news is that you look good from the promotion of taking this fight because nobody else wanted to fight this man at the time, right? He said, but the bad news is he won't be able to take the fight because his coaches or himself said they wouldn't be ready in time, you know, but I'm motivated because I see a person like Alex Pereira out there doing what he's doing, and I was the person that was willing to take that fight. And be honest with you, I was gonna plan on knocking that man out too. Now, I was gonna use my wrestling now. I was gonna put on that singlet and take his down, tire him out, but I was gonna plan on finishing him.
Thanks for watching.